Can you imagine going into a fight unarmed or without the equipment you need to win? Tractor pulling works that way. It requires a lot of strength, and the tractor with the biggest horsepower wins. What kind of work do you think a 10,000 horsepower tractor will be able to accomplish on your farm? It began with antique tractors, which were at the time modern tractors. Farmers started tying drags to their tractors in 1929 and competing to see who could pull the tractor the farthest across a field. In the drag, every tractor in each class pulls a fixed weight. A tractor is said to have made a full pull when it reached the end of the 100-meter track. Eventually, more weight is added to the drag as more tractors finish the course. Competitors that go beyond 91 meters, 300 feet, will then engage in a pull-off, and the winner is usually the tractor that can pull the drag the furthest. Event planners in Bowling Green, Missouri and Vaughnsville, Ohio later learned that farmers were engaging in this practice and that it attracted attention, and that singular phenomenon is what led to how tractor pulls were added to county fairs nationwide by 1950. However, that is not the full potential of what tractors can do, and that begs the question, what exactly are tractors made for? Tractors come in different varieties and can be used to undertake multiple tasks such as crawling, bulldozing, typical agricultural activities, and much more. They are also employed in horticulture, construction, forestry, airports, and municipal activities in addition to agriculture. Tractors are mostly used in agriculture as pull and drive vehicles for other farm equipment, and their typical service lifespan is 10,000 hours. It is commonly said that it is not the size of the dog in a fight, but the size of the fight in a dog that counts, and the same can be said about tractors. Let's take a look at a few tractors' capacities before delving in further. One of the heaviest and most powerful tractors is the 150 horsepower farm tractor. This tractor features a robust body frame, a huge size, and a maximum weight body of 4,520 kilograms. This agricultural tractor is very famous for its heavyweight capacity. A longer, broader, thicker, heavier chassis with excellent traction. The tractor features an independent double-stage clutch and a 16F plus 8R shuttle shift. Thus, the tractor has dependable performance and is easy to use. Additionally, the distribution of its gears is appropriate, and the optimal working speed needed for different agricultural operations, transportation operations, etc. is made available. Additionally, the tractor has excellent fuel economy and high operating efficiency. The fully enclosed, air-conditioned cabin features a sunroof for comfortable travel and a sound system. This 150 horsepower seems so good, but you would want to see this heavyweight Massey Ferguson 6700 series with 130 horsepower, which is in a class by itself. For a wide range of uses, the Massey Ferguson 6700 Global Series tractor can be regarded as the best. The 6700 Global Series tractor is the ideal choice for many tasks, such as clearing snow, trimming grasses, and serving as an essential component in your livestock operation. Check out this Fendt 700 Vario with 240 horsepower. More than just a tractor is what a Fendt is. A Fendt is a Fendt. In the field and on the road, the new Fendt 700 Vario will perform at its peak thanks to flawless engine and transmission coordination. Not every tractor owner has the same expectations, but for those who do, a Fendt is invaluable. Its powers and construction make a difference. Increased horsepower allows you to conserve fuel by operating heavy tools at lower speeds. To maintain efficiency and avoid slippage and hopping, it is necessary to select the appropriate transmission when applying the increased power of a tractor with a higher horsepower. With the proper wheelbase length, traction is improved without sacrificing maneuverability, as it requires careful and effective balancing. Tractors with more horsepower are frequently heavier. Soil compaction may result from this excess weight. More horsepower does not, however, always translate into a much bigger or heavier tractor. Superior pulling power is one of the main advantages of tractors with more horsepower. Trailed implements are a common use for tractors with 200 to 300 horsepower. It is essential to have sufficient force to work the subsoil or plow deeply in a difficult or compacted soil. The capacity of a tractor with more horsepower is in its capacity to wield heavier implements, which is an additional advantage. This may entail using wider tools to do jobs in fewer passes, or utilizing both front and rear-mounted tools at the same time without burning more fuel. Tractors with more horsepower frequently have larger hydraulic capacities. Horse-pulling events that took place before the Industrial Revolution saw farmers competing to discover whose teams of draft horses could pull a big cargo the farthest. This was how the sport of tractor pulling started. In 1929, motorized tractor competitions were staged for the first time in Missouri and Kentucky. And later on, in the 1950s and 1960s, tractor pulling gained popularity in the rural areas of the Midwest and South of the United States. From then, it progressively made its way to Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and Canada. Tractor pulling events are held on a 100-meter track, with the vehicles towing a sled intended to transfer weight. As a weight transfer sled is pulled down the track, it becomes increasingly difficult to pull. This is accomplished by shifting the weight box from the back to the front of the sled as it is being hauled forward, increasing the weight on the sled's pan. The machine that can drag the sled the farthest wins the competition. If multiple contestants pull the sled the entire 100 meters, a full pull, the sled is made tougher to pull, and the competitors who pulled the sled the entire distance continue until they are stopped and a winner is determined. With certain tractors capable of producing over 9,000 horsepower, tractor pulling is referred to as the world's most powerful motorsport. The sport does, however, provide a wide range of classes, from the compact one-engine 950-kilogram modifieds to the stock machines and the multi-engine 4.5-ton machines. Even if the engine in your typical automobile is only 2.0 liters or less, if you search for the largest engines on the planet, you can find them powering some incredibly amazing cars. Some of the most powerful vehicles available are tractor-trailers, race cars, and tanks. All of them have engines that are far larger than those of regular cars. These tractors have over 10,000 horsepower, and they can do insane things. Let's look at a few of them. This Iveco tractor has a storming 10,000 horsepower, and it was used for tractor pulling. With 10,000 stall horsepower, this V8 Hemi engine is supercharged. This tractor needs 100 liters of fuel to run 100 meters. This is amazing! The next one is the big dog and will push you off your seat. With the same 10,000 horsepower, this tractor is capable of pulling heavy loads, but what sets it apart is that it requires more than 100 gallons of gasoline to travel 100 meters. This is completely crazy! After years of dreaming and planning, Rick and Keith finally achieved their goal of building a 10,000 horsepower pulling tractor. It was a long and difficult process, but their hard work and dedication paid off. A man named Lee Pendleton, who was situated in Ohio, created a pulling tractor about 45 years ago that was unmatched at the time. To be honest, you won't recognize it when you see it because the tractor hasn't been built since then. He was inspired to design a tractor that would stand out from the crowd and make the city slicker as a result. You will have the chance to see a massive machine powered by an Allison V12 engine that's been outfitted with 3 turbochargers, each feeding 4 cylinders capable of producing an incredible 2,500 horsepower. Tractors gain weight in proportion to their size. Additionally, various transmission choices provide a higher gear reduction, maximizing the horsepower that is accessible to you. For larger machines, the same applies. Whether you are pulling a tractor or doing field work, your 10,000 horsepower will get the job done. How do you feel about the 10,000 horsepower tractor? Is it useful to use? Kindly drop your comment in the comment box. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not to see more interesting videos from us. See you next time. Thanks for watching.